Is this for everybody? Okay.
That's my ChallengeXpress stance.
I like it. Oh wait, can you do it again, but like this? Like something.
Two.
Alright, I don't want this anymore.
This is so weird. It's so weird. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to ChallengeXpress. Choo. And you are joined by the Valentines here. We're chilling with y'all. I am Tom, joined by my co-host, Nicole. Nicole, how you doing? How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Are you? But how are you feeling after that episode, though? Let's be honest.
After that episode, no. Thanks for reminding me.
Well, that's what we're here for, so.
I thought you just wanted to know how I was doing.
Never. It's always about the challenge.
Cool. You're not so great. But I will say,
Barbie Beast is back!
Yes, spoiler alert, like if you haven't seen the episode, I have never seen somebody make me feel so good about their failure, you know? Like,
Tori is, a role model.
She's like, I've always said it, but, you know, I was so sad and so depressed. But then I looked on her Instagram and she's just like, failure is healthy and makes you stronger and I'm gonna, grow from this. I'm like,
how do you do it?
You make everything look good and I love you and will you marry me? So
already happened.
I don't know. It's bittersweet because it's like I should be happy because Jenna's on my team and Jenna has been one of my favorite competitors in the past. So I should be happy for her, but I mean,
Tori's your number one. You gotta understand.
Tori's my number one, and to get taken out by somebody who was so non-existent this season and disappointing, which, okay, yeah, well, she came back and that was her, like,
that was her moment. Maybe they were just setting her up for this moment.
She have to, like, use her moment on my favorite person.
Right. Like, at Tori's cost, Jenna is back to being Barbie Beast.
Like, she could have done it to anybody else. At first CT and now Tori, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit, after the episode ended, I was like, I'm over this season. Like,
it's like, why do I keep watching?
I had a moment where I was like, I don't even want to fucking watch this anymore. But I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get to the elimination, but for some reason, I think if they replay that elimination, Tori wins. I think if they replay if they do it 10 times, I think Tori wins 9 out of 10. I think she just needed that one to learn how to do it.
But
and it doesn't matter, Jenna.
You gotta learn quickly.
Jenna learned that strat right off the bat.
Yes, I agree.
It was the episode of the Holy Trinity,
Oh yeah, that's good.
Their episode.
Good point. Yeah. So, all right, let's just start off with something that we had questions about last episode was I was trying to figure out why did Nany vote Jenna? When we were talking about that, we couldn't really figure out a reason that made sense. But Nany did explain it right off the bat. And I guess it makes sense. She wanted Jenna to be able to choose if she wanted to go in as opposed to the house voting her in, because if she was the house vote, if she wasn't in the tribunal, the house would have definitely voted her in.
Yeah, so it would have been she's definitely in elimination rather than I get to choose if I want to go in. Either way, she would have, honestly, it may have been better if she got the house vote. I mean, hindsight, but. And then Nany and Jenna give her a weaker opponent than Tori. Tori Jenna is probably one of the worst case scenarios for elimination. Mainly a lot of women going. Nobody really wants to go against Tori. She's proven herself.
Yeah.
So
Tori, Jenna, and Jenny, those are all some stacked competitors. I would have loved. Nany mentioned, putting Jenny in to see if Tori could get rid of her.
That's what she did mention in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, and I thought, I thought she kind of chickened out and she should have done that. She didn't want to get a target on her back from Jenny, but what are you waiting for? You know, nobody wants Jenny in the house, so why aren't we just throwing her in every time?
Yeah, you said waiting, though. That's the scary part about this season. When is TJ going to be like, all right, we're going to the final. If you don't have a red skull, go home.
True. So maybe, I don't know. I just...
He keeps emphasizing how important it is for everybody to get their red skull.
Yeah,
you know?
but if they did keep throwing Jenny in and Jenny keeps getting a red skull and getting people out, then yeah, I guess.
You still got to throw Jenny in there, though. I mean, because, okay, you throw her in and she comes back and then she targets you. She's still making the final. Like, you don't want to see her in a final. Either if you're both in a final, she's going to win. So it's like, if you go home, but try to take her out first.
I miss Tori already.
Tori's gone. It's so hard to believe.
I gotta say, just overall, I can't believe it. Well, I'm gonna immediately regret saying this, but Nelson is woke this season.
Yo.
He did minus one little mishap, but for the most part, he's been saying things that make sense, and I'm like,
most of it is blasphemous. But there's a grain of sand within what he's saying that holds the true essence of truth.
But previous seasons, 100% of what comes out of Nelson's mouth is absurd. Yeah. So this is very different this season. We've had a couple instances where he is woke and he's saying things that I'm like, did Nelson just say that?
Preach.
Yeah, it does. But yes. He had a couple moments in the episode where he was spot on, and then a couple moments.
Yeah, he's a basket case. He's a roller coaster this season, up and down, running around the house preaching, yelling at people, apologizing to people, calling people derogatory names, apologizing.
So, but what his stance on, everyone thinking that Tori wants Jenna because because thinks she'll kind of lay down and let her win. Nelson was spot on with that. He was wrong, but he was spot on for thinking that.
Yeah, I would be thinking that as well, and I wouldn't want to vote Tori and give her. I felt like everybody was giving her a free red skull, like Nelson said. Throughout the whole episode, we could sense it in Jenna's tone, her body language. There was something off. She was holding something back. Every conversation was like a little awkward. Like she didn't want to, like when she was talking to Bananas, Wes, and Kyle, she didn't want a puzzle. She doesn't want something physical. It's like, what do you want, Tori or Jenna?
Yeah, but at the same time, you can't blame Tori if she has an easy option.
No.
You can't blame her for that either. Like that's not her being weak or scared.
You can blame her for not taking her as seriously as she should have, maybe.
Yeah, I do think Tori went in there with the mentality that it would be a little bit easier, and I think that's why she got off to a slow start because that was her flaw. She should have gone
the start. Yeah.
She should have gone in there assuming Jenna would win and fighting every second she could from the beginning, as opposed to thinking it might be a little bit easier. And I think that's why she ultimately didn't win. Her strategy in the beginning, she was taking her time.
What the hell?
She was just taking her time, like she thought it was going to be easy. So
she clearly thought she knew what she was doing because she was like, trust me, Jordan. Like when she was pushing through the big pieces and Jordan was like, stand up. She was like, trust me. It's like she saw something that Jordan couldn't see because she was in elimination.
But she quickly realized that she was wrong. And
Jenna was going at a much faster pace.
That first barrel that they both did, Jenna filled it up way quicker. So it was clear that Tori's strategy wasn't right. Once Tori switched over to the other strategy, she caught up so quickly. So imagine if she had.
And that's what makes me think, like, if they redo this, she wins. But, that's That's kind of unfair. You don't redo eliminations, you know.
No, she lost fair and
And that's
square.
the essence of the challenge. You need to react in these specific moments to these unique challenges that you've never seen before. And you
Yeah,
don't get to redo them. And that's the you know, essence of
I think that's what's so beautiful about how Tori took this loss, and I think she saw all of her mishaps, and I do think she's going to grow from it. And when she comes back to the challenge, she's just going to be that much better. So
yeah.
I just hope
She's the type of person though to learn from. A bird can poop on her and she'll be like, you know what, I learned from that.
yeah. So that's it.
That's it. So yeah, I mean, nominations. Tori nominates herself. Everyone agrees. Nelson, blah blah blah, calls Kailah slag. I don't like saying slut. I like slag, the British term.
Yeah. Oh, good. So the house vote. Yeah.
We can guarantee Nelson's going in next episode, right?
This is at least the second or third time that he has been very disrespectful to particularly women.
Yeah.
Not that there's, in my opinion, being disrespectful to anybody is bad, but to viewers at home, I'm sure being disrespectful to women is like a little bit more not great. So, yeah, he's gonna probably go in, and he's really messing up Corey's game. And Corey's playing a pretty flawless game in the sense where he doesn't really have any enemies. He's kind of laying low. He's performing mediocre. Like he's just, you know.
Yeah, I am impressed by Corey's game. Clearly, fatherhood has taught him some patience.
When Big T was upset this episode and Corey was
consoled her.
I just remember I looked over at Sean and I'm like, wow. Comparing this to a couple of Corey's first seasons and how he like treated women and just in general, like it's cool to see him grow and still be an interesting competitor and a good competitor and not have to be a foul.
Yeah, he's still capable. You know, he has a lot of promise still, and he's young.
Yeah,
he's probably in like his prime. I don't know how old he is, but
probably 30.
Yeah,
he's older than
if
30.
anything, yeah, low 30s.
Yeah, like it's the weather, low 30s.
Low 30. Corey is low 30s today.
So yeah, Tori, I don't, again, like back to the house vote, her voting herself in. She made a comment about, you know, am I going to regret this? Was this really stupid of me? I don't think so. I think it was really, I think everybody should be trying to vote themselves in, no matter who they're playing. Like just.
Yeah. Like she said, you either go in, win, or lose, or just lose because you don't have a red skull. So you might as well go in there. And her going against, I mean, Jenna was like the 5 people that, you know, had a chance of getting voted in against Tori. It was like Tori's best case scenario. It was D, Jenna, Kailah, Nany, or Big T. Those are the 5 people. Those are like probably the 5 weakest people. So like she can't complain.
You just turned into a robot.
Robot boys. Robot boys. All of my friends love the robot boys.
Guess how many tabs I have open?
You really didn't close them all? You're addicted to tabs. We need to have an intervention.
I am addicted to tabs. You're right. All right. Most of them are closed now. You're welcome. So, oh man. Eggs.
Yeah. So Tori set herself up the best she could. And it just did not work out for her.
You said you think those 5 people were the weakest?
On the female side, maybe. I mean, D's pretty strong, but the Holy Trinity ain't, you know, nothing.
Nany, Kailah, Big T, I agree. But D is.
But she's still smaller than Tori. It's not like a Bailey's in there, somebody who can maybe outweigh Tori.
I don't know. I thought D or I don't know about Kailah this season. I haven't really seen her do anything great. But I don't know. I haven't seen Big T perform either. Like I want to see. I think the problem is there's so many people, so it's hard to keep track of everybody's game and like how they're playing.
Yeah.
I feel like they focus on the same couple people. So as it narrows down, I'll get a better sense of like how Kailah's doing or Big T's doing.
All right, so yeah, Kailah defends, basically, sticks up for her friend Jenna when Nelson is, talking to the whole house saying how Jenna's going to throw it. Kailah's just like, Jenna's my best friend. She's not going to throw it. Nelson.
Every time Kailah talks, though, she starts yelling, like, during these house votes.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, oh, guys, I'd like to say something, blah, 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 blah. She's like, ah!
Oh, Jenna is my best friend.
She was yelling. It's like, well, you're starting a fight by just having to open your mouth. She had a good point, but...
Yeah, her point was valid. It wasn't like she wasn't attacking Nelson or anything. She was just saying...
But the way that she talks, like, you gotta...
Yeah, Nelson gets real heated. That switch flips real quick for Nelson. Starts yelling at Kailah, calls her a slag, says something about a porta potty, and in front of the whole house. So not a good look.
Do you know what he was referring to?
No, I don't. I don't care to look into it.
No, me neither. I just was like, did I miss something?
Yeah, but then this, light bulb, bing, in Bear's head. He's like, you know what? No, Nelson, don't talk to Kailah like that. And then Kailah falls right into the bear trap.
Don't do me like that.
Don't do me like that. Fall right into the bear trap. We're onto something.
I feel like we are. Take two.
We'll write something out later. Be our intro. Don't you mean like that? I'll break up with you and fall right into the bear trap.
No, too many words.
Yeah,
Take three.
The syllables is messing me up. Take three. I'll break up with you and fall into bear trap. Why can't I get the words down?
Oh my god.
Oh man, that's too much hot.
We'll work on it later. But I feel like we're on to something. We're practically a band now.
All right. So we go to the bar, a night out. And Nany and Kaycee getting a little close. This was obvious. This is a surprise. Kaycee in general getting some screen time, to be honest. Outside of competition, she usually only gets the screen time during a challenge. But Nany and Kaycee, getting a little close. Kaycee has a girlfriend at home. Aneesa sees Nany getting a little drunk, getting close to Kaycee, wants to talk to Kaycee, bring her aside and just tell her what it looks like.
I didn't think there was anything wrong with Aneesa in this. I know some people think that she should have minded her business, but Nany's her friend. Nany's embarrassing herself on TV by, one, sloppy drunk, two, hitting on somebody who's in a relationship. Like, it's not a great look. So I think Nany was genuinely looking out for them. She's not trying to, Aneesa was genuinely looking out for them. There was no gain that she's getting out of this. In general, I think Aneesa is pretty, at least this season, very mature and grounded, and I think that she had their best interests in mind when she approached them.
I think she had Kaycee's best interest in mind, and Nany's to a certain extent, but it's like she probably felt some type of way about
Nany was drunk and Kaycee wasn't, so I think that's why Aneesa was talking to Kaycee, but on behalf of Nany, because Nany also is her
she
friend.
wasn't going to get through to Nany. Nany was smashed.
Really? Yeah, Nany was...
Let's get trashy, bro. It's like she was bad. It was embarrassing. When you have nights out like that at her age. It is kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look.
Adult,
If Casey's single and giving it right back, and you guys are kind of wasted, and you're just like flirting, fine. But Casey was kind of like, no, I don't want to go to the bathroom with you, and
she kept pushing it. Yeah.
It was kind of it was getting a little bit weird. So
Drunk. She had too much power in the game. It was just a nasty combo for Nany.
Or as I would say, she has too much power.
Too much power in the challenge is a scary thing.
Too much power at all. Anyway.
Yeah. Briefly, Swaggy and Bailey didn't get much.
Wait, are you about to say it?
Well, yeah, I said it already.
Wait, no, not Swaggy. No. Well, Bailey's confessional.
What about it? What? Am I missing something?
Bailey said.
What did she say?
Bailey said, I won Miss USA, like Miss Congeniality.
Oh.
So I'm a people person. I'm like,
you think so? Yeah, that was stupid. I didn't care for that at all.
I haven't seen it. Like I would say Tori's a people person.
Yeah, I've seen the opposite. You seem to not be a people person.
Exactly. I've seen Bailey be the complete opposite of a people person.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Blowing steam up her own ass. Like, yeah, I'm a people person.
Yeah. Reality, they don't know that I'm a people person. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We don't know.
What is that? Just like Miss USA for her county or something?
I don't know. She said Miss Congeniality, Miss USA. I don't.
Yeah, honestly, doesn't get to me.
I think like when you run for Miss USA, if you don't win, there is like a congeniality reward. So I don't think she won Miss USA. I think she got Miss Congeniality during Miss USA.
Sorry, no props for being beautiful, Bailey.
It's a nice award. I'm just shocked that she got it.
Put it on my resume.
I don't know. But then again, maybe this challenge brings out the worst.
This bunker seems to be making people crazy. So
I don't know. I can tell that she has a personality,
and I agree with what Swaggy was saying. He kind of talked some sense into Bailey, and even Swaggy was like, even when we're home and we're arguing, it's like we're not even on the same team. But when she calms down, she's like the most down to earth, coolest person. And I can see like that Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing going on with Bailey.
Yeah, which might make her a recurring player on the challenge
because she has fans that hate her, and she probably has fans that love her.
And she brings a little bit of drama. She brings a little bit of edge, and as long as she's a good competitor, which again, like,
she's smart. She's bald. We haven't seen her really get her hands dirty.
I think you mean she has a smart brain.
Oh yeah. What am I? I'm illiterate. Sorry.
You don't have a smart brain, so. But yeah, no, it was cool to get a little screen time from them, and I'm warming up. I'm warming up to them.
Yeah.
It's like with D, where I needed like a full season to figure out how I felt. Right now, I'm just feeling them out. I'm like watching what they do. I didn't like how she reacted to Jordan, but we already talked about that. But at least she realizes and kind of came to her senses. So I don't know. We'll see. Out in the beginning of the club scene when Wes and Kailah are like, we'll kiss if you guys kiss to Melissa and Anissa.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
And Wes is like, I've kissed too many guys already this season.
I love it. So he has. He's kissed Banana. It's so funny. And in general, Kyle, any scene with Kyle talking or like in it, I have loved.
He's funny.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah. But
it's better because like his past seasons, he was such a douchebag to winnin. And again, like kind of similar to Corey. Now he's just leveled out a little bit, doesn't treat women bad, and he's still a nice, funny guy. So
Yeah, we haven't seen him, make too many flirtatious moves this season, which is unlike Kailah.
yeah, he might have a girlfriend or something. The way that he's kind of holding it, like he's a little more mature.
Yeah.
Um.
So let's get into the soup of it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Noodlin Nany running around the house.
Melissa's interview or whatever was so funny, and she's like, "I don't know what Nany's doing." She's a cup of noodles.
I'm like, welcome to the challenge, UK people. This normally happens. One crazy person on the challenge just goes off the rails and it acts crazy for the whole night.
Oh my god.
It used to be Camilla. Even DM had her moments where she would go crazy.
Like all of this obviously escalated with Anissa and Nany. Nany was a hot mess. Bringing up Anissa stripping.
Yeah, it's a low blow. It's low.
And Anissa was handling it so well. And
so all Anissa was saying to you was like, you're trash or something. Like,
she didn't call her trash. She said you're acting trashy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this all got just escalated so far. Nany looks like slop. And then
and the way she sounded in the morning, so congested and blocked up, I was like, oh, you must be feeling like shit.
Yeah. But I think my favorite point of this entire episode was when, I think it's Tori is talking to Anissa and Nelson comes up behind them.
Yeah, he's like, what happened?
He goes, what happened to the noodles?
It's like, I was here just a second ago. The noodles were in the cup.
Closing, and like Corey and Anissa are walking away, and Nelson's just like looking in the distance, like wondering what happened to the noodles. It's amazing. You gotta
It's
go
such
back.
a sad story of the noodles.
What happened to the noodles? Just so upset about the noodles.
They're gone now. They're gone? What do you mean they're gone?
Oh my god. Love it. No,
Yeah, so, I mean, that happened. Nany was trash. She obviously regretted it in the morning. Like I said, you know, Jen, it was a genuine apology, but you can't be doing that at your age. You're an adult. You can't be getting that drunk and talking shit, low blowing your friends.
If I was Anissa, and Anissa admitted it as a fault of hers that she just can't handle, I guess, the stress and the drama, so she just accepted the apology.
Just like holding a grudge. She is not a grudge person.
I can tell you this, I would not accept that apology. I
would accept it, but when you accept those apologies, you always kind of like, you know, like I accept it, but way in the back, you're holding it just in case. Just in case she says something.
I probably would have just said like, okay, yeah, just because we're stuck in a bunker together, but I'm not going to for anything. I'm not calling you after the show. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
That's not a friend. Like, even no matter how drunk you are, when you're drunk, usually like the truth comes out. Yeah. And if that's how you treat somebody who's one of your good friends when you're drunk, like
that's what I'm saying. It's like you just showed the capability of saying that, so it's hard. Yeah. But we all make mistakes. I probably said some crazy shit while I was drunk that I regret.
Yeah, remember that one time when you called me?
What?
Remember what you called me that one time?
Nah, I don't. Did I actually? You're just making this up.
It was so bad.
I believe it, you know?
No, I don't know.
Okay, line. Like, when did I get drunk?
I mean, maybe you did, but I was probably too drunk to remember. So
yeah, you probably just would have answered anyway.
Or, yeah. All right, tribunal vote.
Yeah, tribunal vote. Just real quick, and then like Nany and Jenna going at each other. That was funny.
No,
Nany was like, "What happened?" Jenna's like, "Well, you were. It looked like you were flirting with Kaycee." Oh, Jenna, so you're gonna blow it up? It's like,
yeah, I forgot about that.
what happened?
But I liked it because Jenna, for once, was not just kind of going with what everybody said. She was kind of telling her how it was, not in a rude way, and she handled it well too. She goes, "Okay, I'm not talking to you. Like,
Yeah.
I'll be done." So
Yeah. So tribunal interrogations. Jordan throws D's name in the hat, all along with Big T, and then Jenna and Nany vote in the third part of their Holy Trinity, Kailah, to give her maybe a shot, even though it seems like she's only confident in climbing along with Jenna. So, what else are you guys good at?
I only want it if it's climbing.
Yeah, like what?
Like that's such a specific.
Yeah.
Uh, Man,
It involves my left arm.
yeah, I can
But,
only use 3 of my toes on my right foot.
yeah,
So
my left arm is great. If it includes my right arm, don't put me in. But
how adorable is Big T?
nothing gets cuter than her.
She is so cute, and when she's upset, I just wanted to like.
Yeah, D's mad, Big T's sad, but she does also bring a good point. It's like, Nany, Jenna, wouldn't you rather go against me than have me go against Tori?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Yeah, Jordan can't overrule Jenna and Nany in that decision, so I think it was great.
I don't
Game.
know. I don't know if it was good. I disagree. I don't know if it was good gameplay admitting that. Like she's kind of giving them this idea where
It buys her another week. Maybe it wasn't a good long term.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. If Big T, the longer she is one of the weaker competitors, and the longer she waits, she should be like, yeah, throw me in. Like she needs to get it over with.
Yeah, maybe she was just really scared of Tori because like a couple episodes ago, she was like, "I'm ready to go in there, get my red skull," but that's when like Jen was in elimination. So
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe like the best matchup for Big T at this point would be maybe Melissa or
Kailah,
Kayla, yeah.
Nany,
Nany. Yeah, Big T wants to go against like or Nisa.
yeah, Nisa's a scary bet for anybody because if it's weight,
Yeah. Like I don't know. I don't know. I am interested to see who she eventually goes up against and how that goes because
yeah, that's the cool thing about this season, because like people are going to into elimination, so you'd be like, I wonder who they're gonna face.
yeah.
Blah blah blah, and even like seeing the trailers, like you might see like somebody's name on a helmet during like a little elimination scene, and it's like it's fine. I knew they were gonna go into elimination anyway, so
Yeah, I agree. I love how Wes is like I created a monster with D because she in that interrogation, not gonna lie, she was a little intimidating. And yeah, he did create a monster.
if I was Jordan, I would have been irritated by that intimidation by D because D's like, if you think I'm gonna be an easy fight for Tori, you got another thing coming. And if I'm Jordan, I'm like, yo, Tori could whoop your ass. I don't care. That's probably what Jordan is thinking.
I don't know. I think that would have been a pretty.
It would have been Tori's toughest battle for sure. But just hearing that about like my significant other, I would like my reaction would be to like defend.
I think Jordan knew that she was right.
Oh yeah?
I do. Because he didn't really. He was just like, I don't know. D wasn't saying anything like that wasn't true, and it was intimidating. He wasn't getting intimidated, but he also wasn't arguing.
Yeah, I think Jordan played it not with no emotion, so he played it great.
Yeah, but Wes created a monster.
Yeah, D, Okay, I like it. I like the confidence. Who am I to say be less confident, you know? But she won. She's a champion. It was a team challenge. There's a lot of champions in this game where they didn't win on a team, which was more impressive than winning an individual.
I back 100% fake it till you make it. So I can't hate her for it.
No, yeah, I mean, it'd be wrong if you tried to. She gets a lot of hate. I think like a majority of fans actually hate her. They're calling her like the next Kara.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I could see that, but she's still trying to find her way. She's still kind of newish, so she's trying to figure out like how am I going to be intimidating and play a political game and have people like she's still trying to figure that out, and that's fine. But I will say her intimidation factor is way higher than a lot of the other girls, and that alone is a good political game. So I don't know. Is her game perfect? No, but like I said, I think it will be eventually. I think she's figuring it out.
Yeah, she's like determined to like, perfect her craft.
Yes, and she seems like she's evolving, she's adaptable, she's literally just trying to figure that out. And when you have people like Jenna who are just like, here I am again. So I admire G.
Speaking of Jenna, is that your house, Nicole? Because this is my house now!
Oh!
This is my house!
Oh my God. Your house? Your
house? Emotional abuse, whoa!
That is coming from somebody who lives in somebody else's house. If somebody ever said that to me,
if Sean said that to you,
that is a low blow.
That's like you can't work past that. Like you're capable of going that far? You're capable of throwing me on the street?
Like we live together but we treat the house like it's our house because I'm constantly like fixing things and painting the walls and all like most of the furniture is mine. Like we work on everything together. So yes, it's his house, but he would never use that against me when in a fight. That is a super low blow, disrespectful. Like
it's like you're in an argument with an overweight person and it's not even based on weight, but you're just like, you're fat. Like
it's so ridiculous of him to do that. I don't know what's going on with him. I feel like we're missing some information. Oh, the big picture though, I don't like how Zach's acting. Giving her an ultimatum, like there's probably something that we don't know that might give him a little bit more credibility to how he's acting, but
it's hard. It's really hard as a viewer. They're only showing us what they want us to see. They're not talking about what exactly is tearing them apart.
He said multiple times, you like point blank, you cheated on me. Like you cheated.
And we didn't hear Jenna like try to get to the bottom of it, but she probably did, but it's just the editing.
She kept saying like, I didn't cheat on you, but clearly she knows what he's talking about.
Right, so, because then she would be like, who would I cheat on you with? Like, give me a name or something.
Yeah, there's clearly like a specific event that they both know, like they know what they're talking about. And there probably is a little bit of like ambiguity.
Yeah, ambiguity.
About who maybe like Zach is half right and Jenna is half right, and there's like some like, you know what I mean? So, yeah. But we don't know it. So I don't want to say like Zach is trash and Jenna is right. I don't know, but Zach is acting like trash and Jenna is acting like.
And we even heard Jenna say to her friends Nany and Kailah, like, Zach found my deleted messages or something. So it's like, why you delete messages?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I'm OCD and I delete all my messages all the time, but I can't believe, and again, this could be editing, why have they not brought up, like, Zach, why are you going through my stuff? Why is that okay that he's going through her stuff?
I don't know. To the world, it's almost like if you found something, then you could talk about it. But like,
No, if Sean came up to me and started getting mad about like I went through your phone and I found this message of like you cheated on me, I'd be like, you went through my. I wouldn't even try to defend like what he found at first. I would be like, wait, hold on. Like the issue here is that you went through my phone. Like you don't trust me. So,
but yeah, I mean, if he does it without, like behind your back, it's one thing. But like, if you're in a relationship and you have nothing to hide, what's the problem with going through your significant other's texts?
there's a problem.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
You don't know.
I don't know. But explain.
Sure. If you have nothing to hide, that's great. But at the same time, if the other person needs to invade your privacy to have reassurance and trust, then there's a problem. Like that's not
a bigger problem. Yeah.
So they're both. It just seems like a very unhealthy relationship overall.
Yeah, it's like they're always trying to like one up each other.
Oh, how about when Jenna on her interview was like, I don't like that he's giving me an ultimatum or whatever it's called. Like,
ultimatum.
That was right, Jenna. You got it right. Like
No, she said alter, ER.
Oh, she didn't say it right?
I don't think she said ultimatum.
Oh, jeez.
So cute though.
And then at the after the elimination or before the elimination, when she goes, "I'm not gonna make it an easy win," or wait, is that right?
That's Jenna in a nutshell.
Yeah. I don't know. The whole
Zach Barbie Beast because she's Barbie.
The whole Zach and Jenna thing, though, like I don't know. I don't know enough about the relationship to say, but it looks like.
But I am, super happy Jenna decided to stay. Flipped 180. I really didn't think she was gonna stay. Really thought she was gonna quit. The whole episode felt like it. From past seasons, we've seen how much she cares about Zach and what she would do for Zach. It was almost a surprise to see her stay.
He even said on their call, "I'm obsessed with you, Zach," and I believe that.
Yeah, I know it's true.
I feel like she's always liked him more, and that's okay. It just don't treat her like shit. Like she probably really is obsessed with you.
Yeah. Zach was such a big baby. He was like, "You're making me go through all of this while you're over there trying to make us money."
Yeah. Oh, Zach, get your shit together. Well, I mean, that's really it. I mean, we went through the elimination already.
The elimination was sick. Like the whole
I
really liked the design.
Me too. I thought it was very fair. I hate an elimination with luck. A very just even, fair, a lot of strength, a lot of stamina. I loved it. It was great to watch.
I mean, got my heart beating. It was a nail biter.
My heart was actually pounding at one point, and I was like, I need to maybe pause it and take a break.
It sucks when there's commercials because like my heart's beating, and we're about to see the winner commercial for 3 minutes, so it's hard to get the same energy.
Then you have like a commercial about insurance, and your heart's like, boom, 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 you're like,
or just like sick puppies, and it's like, oh god.
Yeah, your mood is the.
Yeah.
Tori. I'm gonna miss you.
I didn't even, and then like, Jenna was trying the whole time, but even in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe she just won't push it up for that one last.
I thought she was gonna, because that was her moment to give up. I thought she was gonna accidentally have the barrel tip over.
Or just like not have the strength to get it all the way up or something.
Now I wonder, because they didn't make it clear, and I almost feel like had Tori gotten hers in first, would it had been enough to go over the line? I don't think it would have been, because they didn't show it. So I almost feel like they didn't show it because they wanted to make it look like it was really close. but I have a feeling that Tori's last barrel drop wasn't enough.
But at the same time, I remember during their last like run of breaking the bricks, I remember Jordan or Bananas in the stands was like, Tori's got it on this next one.
Oh, okay.
Like a bunch of people were saying like, oh, Tori's gonna win on this next one, and then they were like, Jenna, you gotta hurry up.
Yeah.
You know, Tori looked a little frazzled. It does seem like she gets frazzled. She gets that blank face and like wide eyes, like,
Well,
yeah, let's talk. Yeah.
Why do you think she was a little frazzled?
But do you think Jordan helped her or hurt her ultimately?
I think I'm wondering if she would have switched up the strategy on her own. I think all he had to do was just say like one thing, Tori, switch up your strategy. Jenna's winning. You gotta stand up and throw them. Yeah. And when Tori was throwing them the wrong way and like, you know, that was killing me. I'm like, oh my gosh, but I don't know. I kind of want to not blame Jordan, but like one moment specifically when she was ready to go do the barrel drop and he's like, go get another brick. And she went over to the bricks and she's staring at the bricks and she's like, wait, no, I was going to get the barrel and what, you're messing me up. And then,
maybe she could have gotten another brick. That could have been good advice. Maybe her barrel wasn't high enough.
No, because after that scene, I even feel like Jordan felt embarrassed because I think he messed up. Because he was like, oh, but, you know, I don't know. I felt like...
That was like one of the big things Jordan was saying. He was like, you got to take big trips, not small trips. He was getting really mad because Tori kept, you know, leaving early and emptying her wheelbarrow before he thought she should.
Yeah, her strategy clearly was not the better strategy. And it wasn't her stamina or her strength that failed her. It was
her stamina and strength that almost got her back into it.
Yeah, the only thing that failed her was her strategy and maybe her focus, but I would say just mainly her strategy. So, focus being that she probably thought it was going to be a little bit easier, and focus due to Jordan yelling in her ear. But had she had the right strategy, she would have definitely won.
Little cool thing. Purgatory. Purge-a-tory. Purgatory. Tori was purged. Purge-a-tory.
How long did you work on that?
It came to me right away. I'm a genius.
Your mom.
I was like, Tori. I saw Tori first. I looked to the left. Purge. And right in the middle.
That's it. I mean, sometimes that's all life is.
Sometimes that's how you end a podcast.
Oh. I guess that's gonna have to be it, guys. Thanks for killing it, dude.
Next time, that's my specialty. That's what I do.
Your specialty. You're tea. And you're special.
Now that's how you end a podcast. Jesus. Next time on the challenge. God, I had so much more notes, but we already talked about the elimination, so like. But let's talk about how well Tori handled that. Did we talk about that?
Yeah, for 30 minutes.
But like, yeah, Jordan was a mess.
I know.
I'm sorry, Tori's gone.
No, stop.
This was all just a masterful plan for Jenna, though. She wanted to go against Tori and beat her because Zach is really good friends with Tori, so Tori will go back home and given a good word for Jenna to Zach.
Yeah, she was like, please.
It actually worked out perfectly for Jenna.
She's like, please tell him I'm not cheating. Please.
And we've seen that Tori and Zach were close on previous seasons. So.
Yeah. All right.
People who have the red skulls: Jenna, Jenny, Dee, and Rogan. 3 females, 1 male. We get a double elimination next episode.
Yeah.
And is Jordan vulnerable without his partner?
Yeah.
He'll probably be going in.
But I don't, he's fine.
Yeah, he's not scared of going in. But yeah, that wraps it up for episode 7. The episode name was Should I Stay or Should I Go? And that's literally what I named our last podcast episode. Should I Stay or Should I Go? So they took my idea.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
So MTV, I expect a check in my mail next couple of weeks. But yeah, thanks for joining us. You've been joined by the Valentines. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us out a bunch. But other than that, we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Make it stop. I don't like you. All right, I'm ending this.
Choo-choo!